Life is what you make it, ain't no rules to this shit. The more you go through, more you know just who you are in the end. You're gonna have a couple broken hearted moments in time. The way that you was raised just ain't always the you got designed. It's the 6th, it's the 7th. Went to Healing Vibrations meeting last night. Talked about the third eye, it was amazing. What I'm realizing is nobody knows the shit that I feel inside. Nobody's gonna know what I need to do better than I do. You know, it was a great meeting. He gave a lot of information. It was just after that, a lot of times what I tend to do is when there's something that I feel inside that God is telling me, and it feels like it's the right thing to do, a lot of times I don't follow it if it doesn't seem logical, or if it doesn't sound logical in my head, or it doesn't sound like it makes sense. So I don't trust it. I don't trust myself. I don't trust what I feel on the inside. And I go to somebody else and ask what they think they should do in this situation, or what they think I should do, what they would do in this situation. And this is it never resonates with my spirit. Sometimes, but most times it doesn't. And I have this habit of coming across like I know nothing, and I'm tired of doing that. I'm tired of coming across like I'm just completely lost. And then somebody tells me something that they think I should do, or they think that'll help, and it's not what resonates with me, and then I get frustrated at them and myself. For what? Stop doing that shit, Dave. Stop fucking doing that shit. I know more than I think I know. That's what I just wrote down. I know more than I think I know. I'm smarter than I act. I'm more intelligent than I perceive to be. And I'm more talented than I believe. I'm more gifted than I believe. I can feel that shit in my fucking soul. I'm way more gifted than I believe, man. And I gotta stop thinking about the what ifs and the negatives, and this isn't going right and this isn't going right. Just focus on the positive. Focus on my shit. Focus on the shit that I know I was given to do. Focus on my purpose. Focus on the ideas that God has placed inside of me, and tap into that. Tap into that God inside of me. Tap into that love, into that peace, into that drive, into that dedication, into that will to do better for myself and for humanity, and stop bullshitting. You don't give a fuck about sleeping in your car. It's not a big deal to you, nigga. You know that shit. So stop trying to come off on some. When somebody tells you about sleeping in your car and they're like, you need to get this. Like, no, I don't, bro. You don't know how I feel. You don't know how peaceful this shit is to me. And instead of me explaining that to somebody, matter of fact, fuck explaining it to anybody. I don't need to explain that shit to nobody, bro. I don't even need to bring that shit up. I don't need to bring that shit up, bro, because it's like, I'm trying to seek advice from everyone else except for my fucking self. And until I speak to myself out loud like this, I act like I truly believe that I don't know what to do. I truly do, until I talk to myself. So that's something that I'm realizing now, and I need to remember this. What helps me come to realizations is talking to myself out loud, like verbally speaking to myself. Maybe it's because I'm clairaudient. I don't know. I have to look at my clairs as well. Something that the prophet said last night, know your clairs. That's going to help you know yourself. It's just something about speaking to myself. Like, I can just feel it. I feel the flow. I feel the spirit flowing through me right now, bro. It's like, I can't explain that shit, but I feel it. I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel my soul as I speak. I can look myself in my eye and say, this is me. This is Dave. I can see that shit clearly. I couldn't feel that 5 minutes ago before I started this video. And I have to realize that, Dave, you got it, bro. Like, stop doing this mediocre, low vibrational shit. You're better than that. You know more than that. You're more optimistic than you believe. You need to believe. That's what it takes, bro. Belief. Know how powerful you are, and stop half-assing yourself. It's only yourself that you're half-assing, but really you're half-assing humanity. Because you not being your full self is diminishing someone else's light, because they're not able to see the reflection that they know that they can see possibly in you, or possibly that they don't even realize that they can pull from you. They're not gonna be able to receive. They're not gonna be able to see themselves if they don't see it in you. If they can't see it in themselves, maybe you're the only way that they're gonna be able to see who they really are. So you gotta be your fucking self, your full self, your true self, and stop bullshitting, Dave. Come on, son. Stop doing that shit to yourself. You know better. You know better, nigga. You know better. You know better. Figure this shit out. It's just not difficult. All this shit is a fucking illusion. All these fucking cooling running low and gas and I'm losing my car. I bet. Cool. I don't give a fuck. I'm here for a reason. I'm here for a bigger purpose. People can see that shit by looking in my eyes, just like that nigga Adam last night. I was talking about leaders. I can see some of you leaders. I can just see you looking in your eye. Talking to Shorty the whole time, just looking at me and her the whole time while he's speaking. Talking about leaders. Yeah, we got a lot of things. There's certain things that I can't speak to certain people about because I won't touch them in the same way that you will. It's obvious. And I see it, I'm like, oh man, I'm a leader. Yeah. It's like, yeah, nigga, you are. Stop. Nigga, act like it. Know that shit. If other people get offended, fuck it. It's not even about what other people think. It's never about that. You have to just step in it, and it'll be a switch. A lot of times if people say shit and it may offend someone, it's just like, it offends you for probably 3 seconds. I've seen it. Like last night, whatever the fuck that nigga said. I don't even remember. Something about church, about God. Yeah, she was like, I came from the church. And he was like, oh, the church. Oh, nah, don't go there, whatever. And then, you know, people either got offended or laughed. And then he was like, nah, I'm playing. I still go to church, you know what I'm saying? I'm bullshit, whatever. Or like when Pastor Steve, nigga was playing the keys. And then he was like, hey, switch it up. That's boring. You know, that's just one chord. Do something else. Do something different. And then he kept going. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have said no shit like that because that's probably what I would have been thinking, but then I would have been like, dang, I don't want to say that because he might get offended and I don't want him to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just too much. It's like, if that's what needs to be done, if that's what needs to be said at the moment, say it. If they get offended, that's on them. All you can do is make sure that whatever you're saying comes from a place of love. And if they're not able to receive that love, then fuck it. Like, that's not your problem. Not fuck them. Just fuck it. Fuck the illusion of negativity that someone may feel because they're living in a state of negativity. They're not able to receive the love or able to even recognize the love when it's given to them. You know what I mean? Like, this shit, bro. And I love myself. I truly do. But what happens is when I'm not able to express myself, when I don't express myself, and it's not being able to, when I don't express myself, it's like I get frustrated, bro, because it's like I'm not being my full self. That shit is exhausting. And it's even to the point to where, like, I'm so not myself most times that when I am myself, I feel the need to, like, talk loud or, like, talk over people. You know what I'm saying? I notice that all the time, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that person, bro. I don't want to, every time I say some shit, it's like I got to be like, nah, see, this is how it is. And when you do this and you do that, this how, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can, because, and that's another thing, just learning myself more, because I feel like I'm just expressive when I talk. You know how some people are like, you know what I'm saying, this is how it is, or whatever, boom. I do that too. It really just depends on the vibe, depends on the moment. But it's like, it's just being myself, man, like, and just speaking through my soul without using my head, without trying to think through my head, bro. Like, I do that shit too often, and I'm sick of that shit, for real. I'm tired of that shit, bro. I'm tired of playing aloof. I'm tired of playing that shit, dog. Like, whenever I don't know what to do, I need to sit. I need to breathe. And I need to know that I am God. Be still and know that you are God. Be still and know that I am God. And even in my head, that's like that Christian, that mentality is still like, I'm not God, but I am. I'm not all of God, but I am God. I am a piece of God. I am not all of my parents, but I am my dad. I am my mom. I am, because they birthed me. You know what I'm saying? There's a piece of me in them. There's a piece of them in me, my DNA, my blood. I don't have to adapt to everything that they are, but I am them. I don't have to adapt to everything God is, but I want to, and I will. But I can't be all of God. I can't control the world, you know what I'm saying? I can't control shit outside of my reality. All I can do is create my life, create who I am with my power as an entity of God, you know? Um, that is what I need to really break down, you know? So I can explain that further. We're not God. We're not the whole of God. We are a piece of God. And that's where I feel like the complication gets mixed up. When people say, I am God, it's like, no, you're not God. You can't control me. Yeah, you're right. I'm not God. I'm not all of God, but I am a piece of God. I am an entity of God. You know, I am a creator, the creator of my life. I'm the creator of my universe. I created this situation. I brought myself to this. How? Goes back from years, nigga. I don't know. It's just a continuous creation. That's what life is. If you don't like where you at now, change it. But honestly, where I'm at, bro, I really love where I'm at right now. I really love the place that I'm at right now. You know, like, I do. I can't shower. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't got plenty to finish. But when I get that shit back, I'll be able to shower. Hopefully this week. Get my card. Get plenty fitness again. Start working out. The only thing is, like, the money, bro. And you know, like, when it comes to getting money, that's the part of me that's still blurry right there, you know? I want to make money. I want to make money so I can just live, you know? I love doing music. I love freestyling. I love writing. I love putting words together. I love what it does to my soul. I love using my voice as an instrument. I love the vibrations it sends to me. I love the vibrations it sends out. I love the power I feel when I rap. I love that shit, man. And it's not even the power of wanting to control anybody else. It's just good to feel powerful. Because for so long, for so many times, I feel weak. As many times I feel weak. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm the oddball out. Even in group settings of healers, I feel like I'm the less experienced. But when I make music, I feel powerful. I'm able to touch somebody's life through a song or through a melody or through words that I put down on the paper and recite it. But not even recite it, because I felt that shit and I spoke them. When I'm able to make melodies that resonate, whether through the keys or through my voice, bro, there's a power in that. And I'm not going to abuse that power. That's the thing, bro. Like, I know how powerful it is. So I'm not just going to make music just for the mere pleasure, for a nigga to feel like he's better than somebody else, or to show off my fucking fancy car. I'm not gonna abuse my power for shit like that. I refuse to, because the shit is too fucking powerful. I have to use it to enlighten. 17. That's why this is my number. That's what I'm here for. Music is powerful. It's powerful as fuck. I can change lives through this shit. Change my life through this shit. But in this world, we need money. We gotta survive. I can't fucking do shit like this. Even though I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck that I'm living in my truck. I really don't. It's peaceful. Got my post-it notes. You know what I'm saying? I'm writing. I'm chilling, bro. I'm good. But at the end of the day, bro, for me to make the impact that I know I'm supposed to make, I gotta get up out of here, bro. And all of this is part of my journey. It's part of all this, you know. I'm not saying I need to get up out this tomorrow, but I need to make a plan to get out of here, or at least get some money, bro. Get out of this situation. Cause I'm too powerful for this, bro. Too powerful for this, bro. So, turn this camera off. Cause catbird, hawk, and redbird. Those are my 3 birds that follow me. Looking up what the hawk means now. Catbird and redbird are next. Catbird just flew behind me on the tree. So I know that's telling me something for right now. That's pivotal. Hawk flew over me this morning. I'm pretty sure redbird's gonna come any second now. Any minute. The hawk, I'm still looking it up, but it's the key to higher consciousness. It would try to bring these things into my circle of awareness and consciousness. When hawk symbolism presents itself, know that an enlightenment is imminent, which means it's destined. It's gonna happen. Hawk symbolism often represents the ability to see meaning in ordinary experiences if you choose to become more observant. Many of the messages that the hawk brings to you are about freeing yourself from thoughts and beliefs that are limiting your ability to soar above your life and gaining a higher perspective. In the long run, it is the ability to rise high above to catch a glimpse of the bigger picture that will allow you to survive and flourish. Exactly what I'm. So, I got some studying to do. I have the answers. God lives within me. God is everything in this universe. I am the creator of my reality. Money is flowing to me right now. Money's really already in my possession. I just don't have it in the physical realm yet. My gift will give me access. My gifts will provide me access. It's just the hows, in what ways. Figuring that out. The more time I spend with God, the answers will come to me. The next thing, I'm about to go. I'm writing this down. I haven't written it down yet. But it said something along the lines of, with this bird as your spiritual animal totem, one of your greatest gifts is your optimism, your unorthodox optimism. And that's something that I've always had since I was little. I don't remember as how far back, but I remember, I never worried, bro. I never truly worried. You know, I always just like, shit gonna get better, or this happened for a reason, or I guess this is what it is. You know, sometimes too much to the point to where I would let shit slide too often, or I would be passive, or I would, you know, let people do what they wanted because it's like, whatever. I guess it's the way it is. It was, you know, whatever. But now I'm understanding the power and optimism, and the difference between optimism and passiveness. And you know, there's this thin line between the two. You know, you have to be you have to have optimism to. It's almost like, for me, you know, at least, optimism is this state of not always expecting things to be better, but just knowing things will be better. You know, it's like, yeah, I'm living in my car, all this shit, like blah 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 blah. And there's an element of like, what else? You know, what's the worst that could happen at this point? It's like, and I'm not gonna go into that state of thinking. I'm not even gonna say that. What's the best that can happen? I want to know the best that can happen. Let's counteract that. I'm not even gonna go there. What's the best that can happen out of this situation? I'm living in my car. It's only up from here. You know, it's only up from here. Next is money. Like, how's money gonna come to me? Like, I don't know. And that's why it can. Okay, so the optimism can be harmful if I attach. Ooh, okay, this is what it is. Optimism and drive. Optimism. Optimism requires drive. If you want the optimism to truly catapult you to the higher level that you're trying to reach. So what I mean by that is, with optimism, there's almost this magical belief that everything is going to work out in your favor, regardless of the situation, your circumstances, whatever. It's like, nah, this shit going to work out. It's going to get better, you know, whatever. If you don't have that drive behind you, and if you're letting that optimism carry you with laziness, then you'll become illusioned by the optimism when you're truly just living in laziness, per se. I'm living in my truck, right? And I can be like, man, this shit gonna get better, bro. I just know it. Like, I don't belong here. Something gonna happen. Something gonna work out, whatever. And I'm not doing shit but sitting in my car every day and living life. But I'm not working towards anything. I'm not trying to get this situation. I don't even know what is gonna get better. I'm just saying things are gonna get better. That's optimism attached to laziness. And you could say, I'm not lazy, I just don't know what to do. All right, cool. It's still non-action. It's still, you're not driving. You're just sitting in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Optimism requires drive. You have to, like my nigga Shay said, you have to turn the engine on. And then you have to proceed to put your foot on the pedal and drive. Even if you turn it on and you don't, you know, put it in reverse. And then if you don't do all that, then you're still not driving. Now you're just in the parking lot with the car on. You there, you're aware. But you still ain't going nowhere, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You got to drive. Optimism requires drive to be associated with it in order for the optimism to be used in your favor, or the optimism to be used as a power and not as a hindrance or a weakness. And this is something that I'm realizing now as I speak, you know, so I'm putting it into practice starting right now. So if you have the power, or been blessed with the gift of optimism, you need to attach a drive to your optimism, so that way you'll be able to inevitably reach your destination regardless, because you're driving. And even if you don't really know exactly where you're going, you're driving and you're like, I don't really know where this is taking me, but I know that I'm gonna end up exactly where I'm supposed to be. Boom. And then you look up and be like, oh shit, I ain't even realize. You know what I'm saying? You're there because you chose to drive with your optimism. You didn't stay still, you know? So yeah, that was great. I'm gonna look back on this video And I'm gonna continue to fight my mind, my old beliefs, my old ways. And that's really all I'm fighting. Truly. I ain't fighting nobody else. I ain't fighting nothing else. God is with me. God is inside of me. God is helping me. I got spirit guides. I got angels. I got my ancestors. They got my back. They watching over me. There's one ancestor particularly, this older man. He's with me all the time. And I don't know who you are, bro, but I just appreciate you. And I acknowledge you and I thank you. You know, and even me saying that, like, it's just a sense of peace. Yeah, man, walk with me, man. Teach me things, bro. Like, you've been here before I have. You know, and you said you've been in similar situations. So, like, whatever advice, I'm open. You know what I'm saying? I really want to receive it. You know, I receive you. You're good. You're good for me. You're good energy. I can feel it.